And here we go again. How's everybody doing? I am G, the seeker of truth, and this is Spiritual Stake. And yes, your spirit is at stake. We have been in the midst of our Bible breakdown, our smoking study session, our burn and learn. We are in Genesis chapter 33. A quick overview of 32. Jacob was headed back to the land of his people. He got nervous about running into meeting Esau again after the way he had done him. And so he sends out his messengers bearing gifts so that every person that bumps into Esau before they get to Jacob will get a gift and know that Jacob is coming behind him. The night of this, he wrestles all night long with an angel of the Most High, and he receives a name change from the angel, from the Lord. And his name was changed from Jacob to Israel. And he said, "For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed," saying that Jacob wrestled with both man and God and been victorious in both scenarios against both. And so he received the name of Israel. But the angel touched Jacob's thigh, knocked his thigh out of socket. And it's the soonage that shrank. And so to this day, they don't eat this part of the thigh. They don't eat the thigh because of the situation between Jacob when he wrestled with the angel of the Lord. And that was just a quick overview of 32. Hopefully you watched and went through 32. You read as I read, and you laughed as I laughed, and you laughed at me when I stumbled, and you came to a good understanding of it. So these overviews, they don't be verbatim. They just be, quick little overviews of everything that we talked about in the chapter before that, just so it kind of put you in the mind frame and kind of refreshing you on where we finna go. So with no further ado, y'all know how we do. We're going into 33. You're going to fire up, go on and fire up. And let's go ahead and go. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah and unto Rachel and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. Excuse me. And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes and saw the women and the children and said, "Who are those with thee?" And he said, "The children which God has graciously given thy servant." Then the handmaidens came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. After came Joseph near and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, "What meanest thou by all these droves which I met?" And he said, "These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord." And Esau said, "I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself." And Jacob said, "Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my presents at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face as though I have seen the face of God, and thou wast pleased with me. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough." And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, "Let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee." And he said unto him, "My Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and the herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord unto Seir." And Esau said, "Let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me." And he said, "What needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord." So Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir, and Jacob journeyed to Succoth and built him an house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalim, a city in Shashim, Shishim, which is in the land of Canaan, and when he came from Pandanaram and pitched his tent before the city. And he bought a parcel of a field where he had spread his tent at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shishim's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected there an altar and called it El Elohi Israel. El Elohi Israel. El Elohi Israel. Okay. So that is the end of chapter 33. Esau and Jacob finally meet. And Jacob had built up in his mind that he had did Esau so dirty that it could be a problem when they met again. And so he sent out these messengers with these gifts, and everyone that bumped into Esau, they presented him with a gift. And so when Esau finally get to him, say, Jacob was still so nervous and still so in a state of anxiety about how this meeting finna go there. Say before he got to Esau, he stopped and bowed down 7 times before he made it to Esau. And say when they finally did link up, it was love. They embraced one another and they cried together. We could take a lot from this story and apply it today. When there's a genuine bond, when you are genuinely bonded to a person, when you got genuine love for a person, or when you are actually on your journey to actually being spiritually mature and spiritually elevating, and you know it's somebody that you done did bad in the past, or it's somebody that you don't want to go around just because you know that you done spoke bad on their name, or you done did something dirty to them, and you feeling like they know about it, and they harboring ill feelings about it, or you feeling like what you done did to them, they still holding on to it. And they could be holding on to it, but you will never know if you never face them. If you never try to rectify this situation, you will never know how it's going to go. And you can tell yourself it's going to go 1,000 different ways. And if you ever, and when you actually do try to rectify that, the way it go, in all your different 1,000 scenarios, it'll never be that one. So rectify your wrongs. Don't be scared to face them people that you did wrong. You did them wrong. Let's face it. Let's face it together. But that was Genesis chapter 33. Esau even tried to give him back all the gifts. Here, take all your stuff. I'm good. I'm well off. I'm already good. And Jacob, Israel was persistent. Take this. I've been blessed. I got to share my blessing with you. It's somebody that you got to share your blessing with. It's somebody I got to share my blessing with. Don't be afraid to share the blessing. The favoring. If you are favored, show favor to those around you. Because you would never know when the situation would flip and could flip. They made peace, even though Jacob did them so wrong. You can make peace for somebody that did you so wrong. They can do you wrong. You rectify the situation. Because one thing I learned a long time ago is that if a person do you wrong, the only person thinking about the situation is you. Because you the one that got done wrong. And the person that did you wrong, they're not thinking about it. Not like you thinking about it. It's on your mind. It keep you up at night. It destroys your thought in the daytime. Because surely not this person. This was this man's brother. My my take from this, just after just sitting here saying that, was that love. But I'm gonna tell you, it takes something other than love, and it's maturity. When you dealing with a person that has a mature love, you can do that, you know. And guess what? Just like we seen by scripture, Jacob was worried about them meeting each other. Esau wasn't. He was happy to see his brother. I'm just saying, it might be somebody you running from that be happy to see you too. My name G. I'm a seeker of truth. This spiritual state. Until next time, y'all stay elevated.